The most daring athletes, teams, and world records have all had the Red Bull brand as their sponsor. We may never know, though, if the Austrian sports drink's extravagant spending is genuinely smart marketing or merely a highly entertaining tax loophole. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will look at some of Red Bull's most absurd stunts with F1 cars. So make sure to stay until the end of the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to keep updated with all our videos. Now without further ado, let's dive in. Red Bull, the largest energy drink manufacturer in the world, has the drive and financial resources to make any wild notion a reality. We know that people weren't shocked when the first entirely Red Bull car was on the scene in 2004. Gerhard Berger, a Formula One racer, received Red Bull's initial sponsorship in 1989. They currently sponsor a few motocross teams, many rally teams, 2 Formula One teams, and even their own fighter jet. There is no mystery as to how they came up with this. Just picture a group of businessmen who grew up cliff jumping and mountain, riding in a room while sipping Red Bull and yelling "Wissenschai" was Redbull. Do you know what would be very cool? Let's look at some of the more outrageous stunts Red Bull has pulled with their Formula One cars and why they made such an impression. Number 12. Copenhagen-Schoen. David Coulthard gave Copenhagen a taste of Formula One in August 2012 by driving the Red Bull racing running show car around the Danish capital. What nudges this specific show run onto our list is the fact that it wasn't limited to those conventional components. Some of Copenhagen's most famous sights are passed by David Coulthard as he travels down public roads, past cobblestone squares, and down a narrow strip by the harbor. He also passes by members of the general public. A Danish Grand Prix was discussed on Copenhagen's streets a few years later, and Red Bull can claim the credit if that race ever materializes, which it hasn't yet. Number 11. Rugby Scrum Battle. In 2016, Daniel Ricciardo faced off against the Bath Rugby Club in an ancient F1 car that had been modified to link to a rugby scrum machine, similar to the blocking sled in American football. To accomplish this, they had to design a front end and a portion of the scrum machine from scratch to match the F1 car's nose. The 8 men in the scrum immediately scrummed back, and Daniel simply burnt rubber against them. The movement is depicted in great detail, and the film even includes a heat camera view of the energy being expended. Although there was no clear winner, Daniel unintentionally bounced the ball directly into the drone for the winning shot. Number 10. The Dutch GP road trip. In their F1 cars, Max Verstappen and Alex Albon act as though they were transported to Germany in 2020, and Max drives Alex to Zandvoort. As the movie begins, a pair of RB7s emerge from shipping containers at the Rotterdam docks. The Bulls then move to the winding country roads of the Netherlands with a drive past windmills and through the middle of flower-filled greenhouses after a high-speed explosion between maritime freight containers. The RB7s then take to the Hague's cobblestone streets before heading to the dunes, where 2018 MXGP World Champion Jeffrey Herlings joins them for an aerial trick. The journey ends at Zandvoort Circuit, where Max and Alex experience the newly renovated track for the first time in the Red Bull RB8 in front of the track's spirited Orange Army. Number 9. Montreal Ice Run. When the 2009 F1 car was outfitted with snow tires and let loose on the icy rivers of northern Quebec, Sebastian Buemi assumed control. Custom Bridgestone Potenza F1 snow tires with 2016 tungsten studs and aluminum casings were installed in the vehicle. In the video, the V10 Cosworth engine handles the curves remarkably well, and Seb even breaks up a nearby hockey game. They had to keep the car running for most of the day to prevent the axles from freezing in the 14-degree cold. Number 8. Jordan Road Trip. When Coulthard traveled through Jordan in April 2016 in advance of a performance run with Pierre Gasly on the shores of the Dead Sea, it was the first time we were fully introduced to the idea of a nationwide Red Bull road trip. Red Bull faced significant difficulties during the desert run because of the high temperatures, which caused the engine to reach over 100 degrees and caused the vehicle to pick up sand and dust. This had more than a hint of the magnificent to go along with the logistical challenge, going from the Amman citadel to Roman soldiers and chariots in Jerash to the Al-Khaznig Temple in Petra. Number 7. Lincoln Continental Tunnel. Red Bull closed the Lincoln Tunnel in 2012 with a drive-through between Liberty State Park and past Liberty Island. The cars were powered by Infiniti RB7 engines back then, making an amazing tunnel noise with just a few runs, clocking 200+ miles per hour. And dipping? It took 12 patrol cars and 18 cops just a few minutes to shut down the tunnel. The race served to publicize the New Jersey street track that was supposed to be used in 2012, but never materialized. Number 6. United States road trip. In 2018, Red Bull drove their vehicle across the entire country of the United States. Miami, Las Vegas, Monument Valley, San Francisco, and the Rocky Mountains were all involved in the event. The pit crew that changed a tire in the middle of a bridge was part of the small staff that could only be sent to manage the entire situation. Although Daniel Ricciardo was in the spotlight, he wasn't there for the weeks of travel that necessitated rising as early as 4 a.m. and jogging until well after midnight, merely to obtain the perfect photos and move between cities. It's amazing how many single-shot features are packed into 4 minutes. Number 5. Himalayas Hill Climb. The Red Bull team ascended over 18,000 feet in their exhibition car in 2011. For the stunt, the team needed oxygen tanks, and the car's repaired intake battled to keep from stalling. The vehicle makes lovely bends and twists through shady lanes, congested dirt roads, and even the season's first snowfall. The car had to be loaded up for a few miles towards the top due to the road's numerous potholes, but it could still roll into the snow at the summit, where a freezing crew immediately loaded it back up and excitedly exited the unbearably thin air. Number 4. Austin Dirt Track Run. You may have seen the iconic footage of Red Bull racing around the Austin track in the dirt before it was really made. Before entering the dirt track, the team let the car loose across the city and other well-known spots. The race served as a celebration of F1's first visit to the Americas in 5 years, along with horses, an ATV, a helicopter, a flatbed pickup, and one cowboy who tries to lasso the automobile. David Coulthard is joined by these vehicles. Number 3. The 7-star spin. In 2013, Red Bull put David Coulthard on a helipad of the Burj Al Arab Hotel, which is 695 feet above sea level. David does many painstakingly controlled donuts while using only the human-grade safety nets as his only special safety equipment. They had to test the donuts on the same ground surface, speak with engineers about the weight tolerance on the pad, and even be prepared to shut down in the event of gusts more than 10 mph to pull this off. Before doing the terrifying turns, the entire automobile was lifted by helicopter to the pad. Number 2. Max's ski slope stunt. In 2016, Max Verstappen used the Red Bull F1 car to go down the ski slopes, and the video is stunning. Even the Red Bull event organizers acknowledge they have no idea how they managed to pull off the unique decals on the automobile for the occasion. The car was helicoptered to the top, as was the case with the Burj Al Arab, but not before the crew scraped the ice off the blades. After the initial attempt, which included tires with studs, failed, unique chains had to be fabricated locally over the course of an evening so that they could be fitted the following morning. Max completed the run smoothly even with onlookers lining the route. However, Red Bull might be sued for 30,000 euros for failing to obtain authorization for the race. Number 1. Zero-gravity pit stop. In 2019 for their next stunt, Red Bull drove their outdated RB1 car up to 33,000 feet. Large aircraft would descend for roughly 22 seconds at the speed of gravity. Before introducing the RB1, which was chosen for its smaller size, the crew practiced in zero gravity for weeks using styrofoam mock-ups. Each shot couldn't go longer than 15 seconds because it was necessary to attach the equipment and wait a short while before resuming gravity. If you're curious, the answer is that they changed the tires in less than 15 seconds during one fall. The outcome is unquestionably amazing. With that, we've come to an end. Thank you for coming to the paddock. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. While you're at it, enable the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. And hey, want to know the most expensive stuff Max owns? Well, if you want to know to the VO artist, pause for a sec. You know what to do. Just stay tuned to the paddock. That's all for now. Apart from all of these, what do you guys think about Red Bull's performance this season? Do you think they can stay ahead of Ferrari and win the championship? Drop your views in the comments section below and tell us, what would you like to see at the paddock and your suggestions on improving. We hope you had a good time watching the video. We'll see each other again at the next one.